So, we spend a lot of time talking about the pursuit of happiness, don't we? As if it's some kind of treasure hunt and we just need to find the right map. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if happiness isn't something you find, but something you build? Something you can actually get better at, like a skill?
And this quote from the Dalai Lama really just nails it. We're not talking about that quick buzz you get from a new phone or a night out. We're talking about something deeper, a kind of well-being that lasts. And it doesn't come from the outside world, it comes from the inside, from the qualities we choose to grow within ourselves.
And that leads us to this huge idea. Happiness is a trainable skill. I mean, think about it. Nobody is born a great guitar player or a fantastic chef. You practice, right? You build those skills over time. Well, it turns out happiness works the exact same way. It's not some genetic lottery you either win or lose. It's a muscle you can strengthen with the right exercises.
So this requires a pretty big mental shift. It's about flipping the script. Instead of waiting around for the perfect job or the perfect partner to come along and make us happy, we take the power back. We become the architects of our own emotional lives, laying the foundation one good habit at a time.
And if you're wondering just how much power we have, well, the science is pretty incredible. Look at this. About half of our happiness is tied to our genetics, kind of like a default setting. And only 10%, just 10, is based on our life circumstances. You know, our job, our money, all the stuff we usually obsess over. But that giant 40% slice, that comes from our intentional daily activities. That's our playground. That's where we can make a real, lasting difference.
Okay, so before we start building, we need to know what materials we're working with, because, not all happiness is created equal. To build a truly strong and balanced life, we've got to understand the different kinds of happiness out there.
And this chart breaks it down so well. So you've got hedonic happiness. That's the pleasure you get from, say, eating a fantastic piece of cake. It feels great, but it's temporary. Then there's eudaimonic happiness. This is the deep satisfaction that comes from living a meaningful life, from using your skills to help others. That's a feeling that really sticks with you. And finally, you have spiritual happiness. That sense of awe you feel looking up at a starry sky, that profound feeling of being connected to something much, much bigger than yourself.
So how do we actually do this? How do we practice? Well, we've broken it down into a super simple 7-day plan. Think of it like a workout schedule for your emotional well-being, a different exercise for each day of the week. Let's jump in. We kick off the week with a Monday of mindfulness. Now, this isn't about clearing your mind of all thoughts, it's actually the opposite. It's about focusing your mind on the present moment, really tasting your morning coffee, really listening in a meeting. When you do this, you actually calm down your brain's built-in alarm system. It's the perfect way to build a calm, solid foundation for the entire week. Then comes Tuesday, and our focus shifts to gratitude. This is all about training your brain to scan for the good stuff. It's an active practice, and it's more than just a nice thought. It actually boosts the feel-good chemicals in your brain, like dopamine and serotonin. It literally rewires you to see a world of abundance instead of a world of lack.
Wednesday is all about taking care of your hardware, because you can't have a happy mind in an unhealthy body. They're totally connected. So this is the day to focus on the basics. Move your body in a way that feels good, get some decent sleep, and eat real food. When you take care of your physical self, your emotional strength gets a huge upgrade.
On Thursday, we look outward. One of the fastest and most reliable ways to make yourself happier is to do something kind for someone else. There's even a name for it, the helper's high. It releases endorphins, those natural mood boosters, and it deepens our connections with the people around us. It's a total win-win.
And Friday is all about freedom. Specifically, the freedom that comes from forgiveness. Think about it. Holding onto a grudge is like carrying a heavy backpack full of rocks everywhere you go. It's exhausting. Forgiveness isn't about saying what happened was okay. It's about deciding to put down the backpack and set yourself free.
And if you're wondering how to do that, here's a really powerful technique you can try. Just close your eyes for a second. Picture the person and imagine there's a cord connecting you both. Acknowledge the negative feelings flowing through that cord. Then, in your mind, picture a pair of beautiful, sharp, golden scissors. Take a deep breath and snip that cord. Just cut it. And as you exhale, feel that heavy connection just dissolve and float away.
Next up is Saturday, and it's all about connection. As humans, we are wired for community. In fact, some studies show that chronic loneliness can be as bad for our health as smoking. That's wild, right? So Saturday is our reminder to be proactive. Reach out, make a plan, connect with friends, family, or your community. That sense of belonging is a non-negotiable part of a happy life.
We wrap up our week on Sunday with a dose of spirituality. And no, this doesn't have to be religious at all. It's about connecting with anything that's bigger than you. Maybe it's a walk in the woods, volunteering for a cause you care about, or just losing yourself in music. It puts our own little worries into perspective and reminds us we're part of a much, much bigger story.
So there you have it, a 7-day plan, a rhythm for your week to practice mindfulness, gratitude, kindness, all of it. But, a plan is just a piece of paper. The real magic happens when we actually take that first step. So let's talk about how to make this real.
Now, this is maybe the most important part of this whole thing. Please do not try to do all of this at once. You'll just get overwhelmed. The point here is not perfection, it's progress. So just look at the list and pick one. Seriously, just one. Which one calls to you? Which one feels like something you need right now? Start there. Because that one small choice, practiced consistently, is what builds the skill of happiness over time. It all compounds. So, the only real question left is, which habit will you choose? What's the first brick you're going to lay to start building your happier life starting this week?